One person is in custody after a double stabbing that happened Sunday night in Northwest D.C. The police arrived at the Regency House apartment building on Connecticut Avenue around midnight. They found a man and woman suffering from stab wounds in the chest. Both victims are in stable condition.
A Virginia woman who killed her 2-year-old granddaughter by throwing her off the mall platform last year enters her second week of court. Carmela De La Rosa confessed on a tape killing, said she killed the child to get her back at her son-in-law. She pleads not guilty by reason of insanity.
Florida is lowering the penalty for sexting. The old law charged sexters with a felony and forced them to register as sex offenders. In the new law, a first offense is punishable by 8 hours of community service or a $60 fine. The second is a misdemeanor. The third offense is considered a felony.
The trial against Michael Jackson's doctor begins its second week today. Conrad Murray is being charged with involuntary manslaughter and faces 4 years in prison. CNN's Rick Vincent has more on the story.
Week 2 of the Conrad Murray trial is expected to pick up right where Week 1 left off, with testimony from the emergency room doctor who pronounced Michael Jackson dead. On Friday, Dr. Rochelle Cooper testified Murray never mentioned he'd given Jackson propofol, the drug blamed for the singer's death.
Were you ever told at any point in time about any medications by Conrad Murray other than the lorazepam?
No.
Prosecutors are trying to prove Murray misled paramedics, not just about what drugs the pop star had been given, but how long he'd been unresponsive.
Did you ask Dr. Murray how long the patient had been in this condition or how long the patient had been down?
I did ask him that.
What did Dr. Murray say in response to that question?
It just happened right when I called you.
But prosecutors say Murray did not have someone call 911 immediately. Instead, they say he gave himself time to clear away potentially incriminating drug vials from Jackson's room. Once paramedics arrived, they tried for 42 minutes to revive the pop star. Testimony today is expected to detail the attempt later at the hospital to bring Jackson back to life. I'm Rick Vincent reporting.
More than 2 million children may not be fully protected from preventable diseases. 1 in 10 parents reject the government-recommended vaccinations. Measles, mumps, and chickenpox and the flu are just a few of the vaccines available for young children. But 1 in 5 parents think that delaying shots is safer than taking them on schedule. Pediatric organizations worry that misconceptions of vaccinations are more of a risk to children than the vaccine itself.
iPhone is getting ready for its next big upgrade. The release date for the iPhone 5 will be announced tomorrow by CEO Tim Cook. The new iPhone downloaded speed is 3 times greater than in earlier versions. It also has a bigger touchscreen, new voice features, and extra gigabyte of memory. In addition to AT&T and Verizon Wireless, Sprint will also start to carry the iPhone and will start selling them in mid-October.
U.S. News and World Reports is out with their newest college rankings. American University takes top honors, but maybe not for what you'd expect. Nick Paisano has more.
Every day, dozens of AU students don their suits and ties, hop on the shuttle, and head out into Washington for their internships. So much so that American University has risen to the #1 spot on U.S. News and World Report's rankings as the best college for internships. Nearly 85% of AU students hold an internship at some time in their undergraduate program. This is more than double the national average of 38%. George Washington University also made the list at number 5.
Internships are not just helpful, they're essential. Because it's such a tight job place right now and it's so very, very competitive. Internships are a pre-professional experience.
Francine Bloom is the Director of Experiential Education at the Career Center. She says AU reached the top spot by putting a university-wide emphasis on work experience.
You can't ignore that we're in Washington, D.C., which is like the internship capital of the United States. But I think because we're unique in that we offer academic credit for the internships, we have the support of the Career Center, we have the support of faculty. It's built into a lot of the academic programs, and that's something which is unique.
AU's high percentage of interns also makes students more competitive for national graduate awards. The Office of Merit Awards says internships prove to nonprofit and government organizations that students are dedicated to their careers. For more information on internships, students can visit the Career Center on the 5th floor of Mary Grayton. From Washington, this is Nick Pisano with District Wire News.
Coming up, the caffeinated alcohol drink called Four Loko is changing its content. Ada Ortega takes a closer look at a favorite drink for college students.
And the Washington Redskins win a close one in St. Louis. Stay with us.